Deep in the sands of the Sahara lies a forgotten treasure, not of gold or jewels, but of wisdom. A city that once held hundreds of thousands of manuscripts, knowledge so vast it could rewrite the history of Africa. This is the story of the Library of Timbuktu.
This is Vault Files, where the world's secrets, histories, and discoveries are unlocked. Today, we journey to Timbuktu, a city that became the beating heart of African scholarship.
In the 14th century, Timbuktu was more than just a desert outpost. It stood at the crossroads of ancient trade routes, where salt from the Sahara met gold from West Africa. But the true wealth of Timbuktu wasn't measured in trade alone, it was measured in knowledge.
Caravans carried not only goods, but also ideas. With them came scholars, poets, mathematicians, and astronomers. Soon, Timbuktu became a center of learning, attracting students and teachers from across Africa and beyond.
By the 15th century, Timbuktu was home to 3 great universities and dozens of schools. The most famous was the University of Sankore, where thousands of students gathered to study religion, law, medicine, mathematics, and astronomy.
And behind the walls of these institutions lay the city's greatest treasure, manuscripts. Some estimates say there were over 700,000 texts written on subjects as vast as philosophy, medicine, agriculture, poetry, and even maps of the stars. These works proved that Africa had its own written intellectual tradition long before.
But as empires rose and fell, Timbuktu's libraries became vulnerable. In 1591, Moroccan invaders raided the city, scattering scholars and burning collections. Later, during colonial rule, the manuscripts were dismissed or ignored, left to decay in the desert air.
Yet the people of Timbuktu refused to let their heritage vanish. Families hid manuscripts in chests, buried them underground, or passed them down in secret through generations. These guardians risked their lives to preserve centuries of African wisdom.
In modern times, historians and archivists have worked to recover Timbuktu's hidden treasures. Thousands of manuscripts have been rescued and digitized, revealing texts on astronomy, mathematics, medicine, and law that rival the knowledge of Europe's Renaissance.
One manuscript describes advanced surgical techniques. Another explains the movements of planets. Others detail governance, ethics, and poetry. Together, they reveal that Timbuktu was not a forgotten city, but a lighthouse of knowledge in the ancient world.
The manuscripts of Timbuktu remind us that knowledge is the greatest treasure of all, fragile, yet powerful enough to change how we see the world.
And as the desert winds still sweep across Timbuktu streets, the city whispers its truth. Africa has always been a cradle of wisdom, a keeper of stories, and a guardian of history.
We've unlocked another Vault File story. Until next time, keep the stories alive.